Black Jesus. Um, hey guys, it's your boy Black Jesus, or as my YouTube channel says, Black. Hold on, let me turn the music down for a second because I don't know if it's too loud or not, just to be safe. Because I actually want you guys to hear me, and I know I don't talk that loud. I'm a quiet person. Plus, with my deep ass voice or soft ass voice, um, it kind of makes it really hard to speak up or be loud. Being introverted doesn't help either. Okay, so this was me making a video about me self-reflecting upon myself. Like I want to become the man that I want to be. Um, but I have some things holding me back. Um, I've been working on those things that holds me back from being that person that I want to be. But I'm slowly progressing. Um, Progress is key. Um, you can't always expect. You can't expect a change like overnight. Um, so some of the things that I've been working on is my um, one of the biggest things I've been working on is my social skills. Um, Hell, years ago, my social skills were like back when I was 16 and depressed. Um, my social skills were like so terrible. I was like such a quiet person, and I would judge everything that I would think. I would judge like myself about everything I would think that I was gonna say, and now no, now it holds me back. It held me back from having a conversation with hell anybody, except for the people that I got really that I was really close to, the people that I knew for several years, or that I grew up with in middle school and elementary with. I kind of like my freshman year. It was awesome. You know, we all had that moment um, in our freaking eighth grade year. We're gonna be freaking freshmen. You're scared. You're nervous about not having any friends or anybody. But it's pretty ironic because my fears were ridiculous. Because those were my exact fears. Um, but when I went into freaking freshman year, I like knew everyone from like every grade. It was awesome because um, as a kid growing up, I went to a lot of different schools, probably like 4 or 5 different elementary schools. Um, I went to 3 different middle schools. Um, and surprisingly, I stayed throughout high school. Like I didn't like go to different high schools or anything. I just stayed at one high school for all 4 years, which really surprised me. But due to the fact that I went to a lot of middle schools and um, elementary schools, um, it kind of helped me gain, I wouldn't say popularity, but because I wasn't really the popular guy in school, I was just the guy that knew a lot of people. Really, some people would say I'm popular, but I don't know. I never really hung out with the popular people because they were too stuck up or stubborn, and I didn't really like that. So I separated myself from them. Uh, I and like most of my friends and like most of my like close friends in high school, they were um, they were like low class, like that that school the school stereotype, the typical nerds and geeks, the guys who barely have many friends, the guys with an actual future, unlike the idiotic popular people that's uh, probably just gonna fail in life because they're too busy causing mayhem, drama, doing stupid shit, doing drugs, getting caught in between with women, of course. Um, it's like their only goal is pussy. I remember those days when my only goal was pussy, getting pussy. But MGTOW helped me uh, realize some important things. Pussy isn't everything. I shouldn't just focus on my time, money, especially, and also time, um, and dedication on pussy. You know, I'm a virgin, if none of you guys know, and being a 20-year-old virgin, um, it's not really easy because I don't know, you just have this hunger in you. Like every day you wake up with this hunger to fuck something, like anything. Like if it has a hole and you can put your dick in it, you want to fuck it. Shout out to my other MGTOW virgins out there. I know there are some younger virgins out there. If you're watching this video, um, as you get older, you're as you get older and you not have sex and whatnot, your hunger for sex is going to increase. It's going to skyrocket. But if you have the willpower, the mind power, sometime, well, not sometimes, you will be able to fight biology. Um, I will admit sometimes I struggle fighting biology. Sometimes I have my moments of weakness, but I gotta remain strong and I just repeat all the things that I've learned from the MGTOW community. Um, Now then, back to self-reflecting. Um, like I said, one of the biggest things I really need to work on is my social skills. I've been a quiet guy all my life. I've I've always been. I was kind of born in introverted. One thing I learned uh, about myself that my parents told me, like when I was born, I didn't cry. And I was like, whoa, I didn't cry. Like, what do you mean? Like, was alright? And she said, yeah. And it's just that I didn't cry. And I'm just thinking to myself, ah, shit, man. I was born. I was fucking born introverted. Some trippy shit, man. Uh, that was when I was thinking to myself, just smoking a blunt. Uh, and it made me think of, like, wow, that's crazy. Um, Once I overcome my social problems, I feel like I'll be able to conquer anything. I can do it. Um, I don't know. It's just when I think about it, there's something always. That's when I think about talking to people. Uh, that's just when the negative thoughts come in, like, oh, don't say that, or you're gonna sound stupid saying that, or don't talk to them, or you how can you relate? How can you relate to the conversation they're talking about? And I think that's what really holds me back, the social anxiety. But I have been listening to subliminals, which is something I recommend you guys do. Subliminals are great. Listen to them while you're relaxing. Just One of the best times you can listen to them is when you're going to sleep. Like every night, I'll look up a random destroy anxiety or overthinking subliminal, like an 8 hour or 10 hour or 11 hour or 12 hour one. I'll let it play and then I'll just go to sleep. Um, it takes dedication with subliminals though, for those to work and set in and take effect. Like I'm talking about, like you have to listen to subliminals for like several months to years to a year to a years. Um, but like I said, you gotta remain dedicated. Sometimes I forget to play my subliminals before I go to sleep, but most of the time I play them. Be- Most of the time I remember to play them, and so yeah, that's something I would recommend that you introverted people or hell anybody who just struggles with social anxiety. If you're a man or I guess a lady watching this, if you're working on self improving yourself, if you're a lady working on self improving yourself, I respect you. Um, that's what's up. More women should. More women need to do some self reflecting, working on themselves. So if you're a female I mean, dropping a comment. I mean, if you're a female, feel free to drop a comment. Um, but if you come at me with that feminist bullshit and whatnot, your comment will probably be deleted. And if not deleted, then because I am a man of free speech, unlike YouTube, I actually allow freedom of speech. But if you're coming at us with coming at me with just nothing but shame, um, shaming me, telling me that I look, shaming my looks, telling me I look terrible, or just any of that feminist bullshit, please don't bother dropping a comment because you will probably be destroyed by me and the other MGTOW brothers, because the MGTOW sharks, they don't fuck around with that bullshit. They don't fuck around with that feminist bullshit. But if you're a female trying to work on yourself, trying to better yourself, reflecting upon yourself, drop a comment. Drop a comment. Tell us your story. If you're a MGTOW watching this, I ask that you respect all comments, uh, regardless male or female. But like I said, if you're a female commenting, bringing that bullshit, or if you're a male commenting, bringing that simp shit, that white knight bullshit, then that's when I'll let the chains go and um, let the MGTOWs slice and dice you up. Because, like I said, those guys don't fuck around, man. But yeah, aside from anxiety, some other things I could work on. I tried overcoming my fear of swimming. I can swim, but like not like in 5 foot or up kind of water. Like if my feet aren't touching the ground, then we're gonna have some. If my feet aren't touching the ground, then and I'm like in the water, just swimming and doing my thing, then we're gonna have some troubles. um, Me and my buddy, we tried to. One day I went hanging out with them. I went swimming with them. I'm not really a big swimmer. I've had several drowning experiences as a kid. I've drowned. I've nearly drowned several times. I can't even tell you how many times I've nearly drowned as a kid. But being the hard-headed, stubborn kid I was, I would, get right back up, cough out all that water, maybe take a few deep breaths, and then hop back in the water because I want to learn. I wanted to learn how to swim, right? Now, a few, man, I say a lot. I realize that. A few years, no, not years, a year ago, I tried conquering my fear with my buddy, like I was telling you guys about. I tried freaking going like it was there was a 4 foot a little bit of a small section like for the 5 foot, and then there was like the 8 foot. And I was really nervous about going into the 8 foot, but I tried it. My friend was there. He was like watching me. He was swimming in the 4 foot. I mean, not the 4 foot, the 5 foot zone. And I was I was so scared, but I was slowly making my way to the 8 foot. I was really scared out of my mind, man. The fear started slowly creeping in. Memories started popping up. I'm kind of proud of myself because for a second, for at least a good 5 to 10 seconds, I was keeping myself above water. And I was like, hey, I could really do this. And then my hands started getting tired, and I was kicking at the same time, but I didn't really. I'm not sure like how I was supposed to kick and how I was supposed to keep myself afloat. I was listening to my friend what he was saying, but I don't know. I guess it didn't process because the amount of nervousness and fear. But as I was floating, I was like telling myself like I can do this. Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of myself. I I freaking I'm beating, conquering one of my greatest fears. Um, and then that's when I started getting tired and my head started going underwater and I started kicking my feet harder and harder and harder. And that's when I started getting a little nervous and freaking out. Then that's when I started sinking down under the water. Like, I was literally drowning. My friend, I'm not sure if my friend could tell, but I was drowning. I popped my head back up. I went back down. I tried to kick myself back up. And then I went back down again. And then I was like, no, this isn't going to happen. Um, I was, I don't know, something kicked in. Something inside of me sparked. Something happened. That's when I just kicked as hard as I could, swam as hard as I could. Boom. I came. I didn't come out the water. I didn't come flying out the water. This ain't no anime. What the fuck? Because I was like in the middle of the freaking in the freaking pool. So how could I just like sing and then like come landing on a freaking land? It's not how the shit works. um, I as soon as I got back to the top of the water, I immediately, instantly started pushing myself towards my friend so I could grab his ass and get myself out of the freaking 8 foot zone because I was so freaking scared. Um, After that, I don't know. I started slowly thinking to myself, like, even though I didn't do it completely, like conquer my fear completely, um, I conquered it for those very few moments. I got over my fear, um, and fucking made shit happen. Like, I wasn't drowning today, because I don't know, I was convinced I was gonna drown. I was scared. So yeah, that's also a big fear I could work on. Because hey, what if I have a kid someday and he has that same fear I do? Um, I want to be the man and show him like, all right, hey, you could conquer your fear by doing this, da 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 da. But I don't know. I was thinking about Dragon Ball Z for a second. Da 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 da. Well, shout out to my DBZ fans. Y'all the real MVPs. But um, fuck. Where was I? So yeah, I got sidetracked there for a second because I was talking about DBZ. God damn it. um. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the video, and once I remember what I was talking about, we can continue where I left off. Be right back. Okay, so I like literally remembered like 8 seconds like after I paused the video. Like I was just sitting here like, what was I talking about again? Then oh, that's right. Okay. If my kid didn't know how to swim, I mean, he had that fear of swimming. Like I would want to like teach him like to conquer his fear of swimming too. Um, and okay, I'm trying to think of some other things um, that I need to work on to become the man I want to be. Um, if it wasn't for anxiety, I wonder what my life would have, what my life would have been like in the past. But the anxiety slowly fading. Um, my goal is to be a new man, or hell, a different a different person by the end of this year. Can I do it? Well, I have 6 months. What the hell? Apparently, I don't know my months anymore. I have apparently no. I have 11 months. I have 11 months to see a change in myself, work on myself, become a better person, a more social person, never letting anxiety hold me back, uh, never second guessing, never questioning myself. Um, that's the person who I want to be. I want to be. I want to be. I want to be the alpha. I want to be that guy that walks in the room and everyone says, "Whoa, look at that guy." No, not really, because I don't really like attention. Attention bothers me, and it makes me anxious. See, that's what I'm talking about with the whole anxiety thing. Oh god. uh, I'm not really a stand up in front of people kind of guy. Presentations are like my worst nightmare. But one thing I always realized after I did a presentation in high school is like, wow, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was. Good job, me. If I can always get in that set of mind, that's also what the subliminals are for, to help speed up the process and change the mindset quickly and more faster. If I can get in that mindset and never having to and never having to worry about the negative thoughts that appear in my head, because we all have negative thoughts that appear in our head. Um, Whether you listen to them is the problem or not. See, when I was 16 and depressed, I used to have negative thoughts all the time, and I would listen to them. The key is not to listen to them. Um, when you listen to your negative thoughts become the person you are. Um, when I looked at the mirror, like when I was 4 years ago, when I would look in the mirror and look at myself, I would tell myself, "I hate you. I wish you were dead. I wish you weren't alive. I wish you never existed. Um, I want to kill you. You mean nothing to the world. You're never gonna get nowhere, and you're never gonna become anything." Uh, Fast forward 4 years now, um, into the present. Um, Now I'm all like, when I look in the mirror at myself, I just laugh, I just smile. Excuse me. Jeez. I just laugh and smile at myself. I can't really help it. It just feels good because I remember, um, like every time I look in the mirror, I just remember back in the days. when I was talking bad about myself. And now I'm looking in the mirror saying like, wow, look at you, man. You're a decent looking guy. You're the man. You've got the penis. You're gonna make shit happen in the future. Um, do the negative thoughts still appear in my head? Yes. They appear in everyone's head, but like I said, it's just a matter of resisting them um, and not believing them. When negative thoughts pop in my head now, sometimes I'll listen to them, and when I say sometimes, I mean very, like not very often. Um, the only time I tend to listen to them really is when I'm just when I'm just in these between these four walls, feeling bored and alone and sad. See, anybody else have those? Like when you get really bored and you just don't know what to do. Like all of a sudden, negative thoughts start just appearing in your mind. Because they kind of appear in my mind. And there's this weird feeling of emptiness in my body when I'm just bored, sitting there doing nothing. There's just nothing but emptiness. I feel emotionless. I'm just sitting here like a freaking robot, going through my mind like looking exactly like this, like, or I'll just be like twiddling my dreads, um, fucking with my dreads while I'm doing it, while I'm just chilling in between these four walls. I don't know what that feeling is, but it's just like my humanity switch goes off. Like I don't have no emotions. I don't have nothing. It's just an empty void. But that only happens when I'm just bored, don't know what to do, just sitting around, um, and just like reminiscing over the over the good old days, like when I had like several friends, like when I was in high school and whatnot. You know that moment when reality sets in, like when you graduate from school, and first you have all these friends, and eventually you have either one, two, or three, or none. Um, for me, it's really one. Well, to be honest, might as well say none. Um, one thing I need to get is some more friends, so I can work on my also so I can work on improving my social skills. Who knows? Maybe that one friend that has social skills as bad as I am, as bad as I have it. Maybe maybe when I meet that person one day, maybe he'll help me improve. I'll help him improve. We'll help each other. It's a win-win situation. We'll probably become like bros, um, and have a great brothership, great friendship, uh, an awesome bromance. You know, there's nothing, there's no romance like a bromance. Uh, Bromances are better than romances, in my opinion, anyway. The only difference between a bromance and a romance is you're not gonna fuck your best friend, right? I mean, unless you're like bisexual or gay, or he's bisexual or gay, and you guys are into that kind of thing, and you just want to be fuck buddies, then hey, do your own thing. Who am I to judge you? Both of my older brothers, they're both gay. Um, I've learned to accept it at a young age, even though it kind of sucks because that my brothers are gay. But it sucks because I wanted to be an uncle someday, and I know I would be an uncle right now if they weren't gay. Because my older brothers, one is 23 and the other is 27. I'm 20 years old, going on 21 this year, at the end of the year. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't understand why people judge other people for um, being like, I'm trying to find the right words. Bear with me, guys. I don't understand why people judge other people for liking the same sex. Um, in my personal opinion, um, people should um, people shouldn't judge other people for what they like. Like hell, if you're a man and you want to fuck another guy, then hell, if that makes you happy, then good for you, brother. Um, Enjoy fucking all your guys, your fellow brothers, and enjoy fucking them all in the ass. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not. I can't say for the people on the internet, because we know how people are on the internet. They type, "Oh man, you're a faggot. You're a homo. You're gay. Go suck a dick. Go take it up the ass, you bitch," or some shit like that. People are people. Why don't you just worry about doing your own thing, right? Why can't you just let that person be happy? If if he's a man going his own way, and he likes dick, then fuck it. Um, you shouldn't. People shouldn't have to judge. People shouldn't judge that person for doing what he likes, he or she. Because the same thing goes around for lesbians. Women, women judge, and some men, mainly the Christian men, like the super Christian men. They're the ones that be judging the lesbians. You know what? I say if a bitch wants to fuck a bitch, then let her fuck that bitch. Still curious how if those two bitches get married, how the divorce thing would work. Cause like how like, I never understood how gay marriage works, like gay divorce. Um, like how does like two married men separating get apart? Like with the systems favoring women and destroying men in marriage, how does it work when two men divorce and two women or lesbians that get married together divorce? I watched a video by this tranny named Allie, um, and she was talking about she or he, whichever you guys prefer, was talking about divorce, divorce, and she brought out some major points about females divorcing. Like she said, um, she was saying that women, females who get married and then when they divorce, um, the courts will say, okay, so um, which one of you ladies are the man in the relationship? And then one one female will say, uh, oh, she is. And then um, okay, and then that's when the government or the judge, I mean, the judge will say, okay, well, since you're the woman in the relationship, you are taking all her shit. And then that's when the other female would be like, no, wait, but she's the man in the relationship. I feel like when more women, when more men go their own way, and more women are forced to either live the single lives or be lesbians, you will see more women getting destroyed in the court systems, and they will come to us MGTOWs acting like they know they know what the deal is, but they don't. Just because you were destroyed in a relationship, or you don't have a right to see the kid that you grew up um, that that you helped grow up and took care of. Um, you don't know what it's like for us men. So and you never will. Um, and another thing is that oh shit, I didn't realize this was a 42-minute video. Jeez. Well, let me pause this video for a quick second, guys. I'm getting a little thirsty and I have no water near me, so be right back. They'll never truly understand. And just because you don't have a right to see that kid anymore. Why don't you look at it from a man's perspective? Um, this is something that happens to men left and right. Left and right like no tomorrow. It's happening right now as I'm speaking. It's happening right now as you're watching this video in the future. I think that's all I got for this video. It's kind of getting long. I'm probably gonna make another video about self-reflecting, self-reflecting upon myself, making the person, becoming the person I want to be, becoming the man I want to be. So, hope you guys, if you've made it this far in the video, I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you have a great day. I hope you've learned something from this. And I hope you've learned something new about me, I guess. I don't talk about myself that much, I realize. So maybe I need to let you guys get to know me more. But then again, I kind of just let you know me in this whole fucking video. But you guys know what I mean. You know, what was I gonna say? Nothing? No? Okay. But as always, don't let these bitches break you down. Don't let these bitches tell you who you are and what you can and cannot do. Have a good day, and I will catch you in the next video. Let me wait this out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, I was waiting for it to hit 45. Alright, later, homies.